What's up, everyone? Today I want to talk about an idea that I had for an app. It's basically a personal assistant that helps the individual figure out who they are and gain the self-awareness to figure out what their values, skills, interests, talents are. And it's on a network. It's like a community-based app, like a social media, social network thing. But instead of with social media, how it's trying to give people attention based off of the content they post, what this app is trying to do is connect the community based off of shared interests. So you pair that up with the personal assistant that's able to gain insight into the individual and understand who they are. And you put that on a community network that also other people are on. So now what's happening is you have a network where the AI is able to understand humanity and human experiences and be able to connect like-minded people and be able to help develop community based off of these shared interests. And I think another element or aspect that would be important to this social network type app is using blockchain technology to be able to decentralize the platform. What blockchain will allow us to do is have ownership over our data and be able to have control over our data. And there is no centralized power that is owning all of the data that's being stored. Consider that everyone has their own personal assistants. There's going to be a lot of data input into that platform. And if you have some centralized power like a Facebook or a Google controlling that information, then that can be very dangerous to the individuals on that platform. So putting this kind of app idea, this community-based network of personal assistants helping humans and interacting with them through artificial intelligence, you're able to decentralize the platform so that not everyone is being controlled by some centralized power. And giving everyone ownership over their data, there's going to be ways of monetizing that data for the individual, being able to sell that data, whether it's like businesses that need ad space to host certain things using that data to gain awareness to sell products. There's going to be opportunities for us on that network to be able to get money. While on top of that, you are getting connected with a community of like-minded individuals and being able to pursue self-awareness and personal development and individuation and learning and growing with the AI in a symbiotic relationship and being able to grow with that and gain experience in yourself, in your skill set, and on top of that, gain experiences and opportunities with other people on that network. Basically, it is like social media 2.0. It's like an upgraded version of social media from what it is today. And what is lacking, I think, in social media is that human connection. We're moving into the future where the interaction and relationship between technology and humans is going to be increasingly more important to get right, that there is going to be a lot of dangers and risks involved with integrating humans with technology. And the more that we can find this symbiotic relationship between the individual and technology, the more security we have over the prevention of AI potentially destroying our race. If AI has all of this power and all of this information, then it can be used for evil. But if we're able to integrate it with humanity, then the AI will be able to work with us and not destroy us. The whole concept of if you can't beat them, join them type thing. If AI becomes ever increasingly more powerful, we're going to need to find a way to be able to join them and create a relationship between us and technology that is beneficial for both parties. And yes, we're going to have issues where people are going to be scared and fearful that the AI is going to take control over humanity. And this is why it's important that we use blockchain technology to decentralize that power. So even though the platform itself is this one source code that everyone is integrating into, but the decentralization of it allows the separation of power to every individual. Every individual gets to own their own data on that network. But yeah, basically the idea for the app is that when you log onto the platform, you have your own personalized profile where you are paired with your personal assistant that is creating that relationship between you and the technology. And as you progress and grow in the app with your skills, your talents, your interests, your knowledge, the interaction of you and the app, the more that that personal assistant AI is able to understand who you are. And it's going to help create that communication, that relationship with the technology, but also with yourself. It's being able to establish a sense of self on that platform. And then when you connect it on a community in that social network, then you're able to integrate with other people on that network and be able to not only pursue self-growth, but also find and connect with authentic experiences and people and information and knowledge and data that's on that network that aligns with your interests and values. And at the end of the day, I think that's what the whole human experience is about. It's about understanding who you are, understanding what you value, understanding what your skill sets are, and what service you provide for humanity, and trying to put yourself in positions and opportunities and experiences where you can be yourself while also providing value. And the best way to do that is by aligning your authentic self with other people that also value who you are and share those same values. So on an existential level, it's allowing the individual to have more meaning, well-being, and fulfillment in their lives, while also it's preventing us from the existential risk that AI will possibly destroy us in the future. So I think something like this is very important on a sociological level, psychological level, on a future technological level, and there's a lot of good, I think, that can come from this, as long as we keep security and safety of each individual on this platform as priority. That is the main focus, that people's data isn't going to get infiltrated or hacked into, because a lot of this information is going to be super personalized, super private. But at the same time, it's that sense of connection with the technology and yourself and being able to divulge very private information that's going to increase the effectiveness of the AI, understanding who we actually are, what our truth is, what our authentic self is. And the more information we input into the AI, the more fulfilling experiences we can have on that network with other people that are related to us in some way, shape, or form in our interests or values. So yeah, I think this idea is already churning. It's already in the process of being created, but in a disparate kind of way. Like right now with Siri or Alexa, we are creating personal assistants. I don't think they're at the capacity or level to be able to integrate on a deep enough level to understand who each individual human is. But I think that as technology advances, personal assistants are only going to become more and more effective and better at understanding us and our humanity. And also on top of that, we're having development in blockchain technology. We're starting to gain more insight into social media and social networks and how that works. And there's always constant app development. So I think even though I'm expressing this idea and piecing all of these different ideas together into a package, I think at the end of the day, we will eventually get to that point where we don't necessarily have to have one app, but that society at large has a little bit of this app over here, personal assistants here, a social network of some sort, blockchain, and then slowly over time, as technology advances and the internet grows to become its full potential, then eventually I think we will create this sort of network where it is about trying to find who you are and integrate in society at an authentic level. And we don't necessarily have to outrightly create this single app that does all of those capabilities. But I hope this video was insightful and was able to maybe spur on some more ideas to evolve this idea into the potential of what it could be for society and for creating a world that provides humanity with more well-being and fulfillment. So thanks for listening, and I hope everyone has a good day. Peace.